Hello everybody and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. It has been a long time since I have done a full-length video for this game, but I am back and hoping to make some more regular content on the channel. So today we are going to be restoring a vehicle that is long overdue to be on this channel and in videos of Car Mechanic Simulator. We have the Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. This vehicle is a mod vehicle. I will include a link to it in the description if you guys want to add it into your game. And I believe it comes in 4 versions. It comes in a Police Interceptor model, which is what we have here, which you can tell because it has the little, I guess, cage in the back. That's the only way that I've been able to identify it as a Police Interceptor. And also you can just go to car status and it'll say Ford Crown Victoria Police. But it also comes in a standard Ford Crown Victoria civilian version, a taxi version, and then there's also a drag racing version, which has some fender flares on it. So, as always, we are going to turn this thing from a rust bucket into a beautiful police car. I'm thinking NYPD on this one, so let's go ahead and get started. Move this over the car lifter. I apologize if there are any frame stutters in this. I'm using some new hardware in my computer. But let's go ahead and get started by getting rid of all of the body paneling on this. I think... Oh, it's part of the front window now. It's been a while since I've played this. They've changed a lot about this car. Let's see here. Is that it? That's not it. It's almost it. And then door. No rear window. Alright, I think that is going to be it. Let's go ahead and get our interior detailing kit in welder. Make this car look pretty again. Use equipment. It's good. Use equipment. And boom, I love that template it has on it. We will paint that up at the end. So, with that being said, we are going to go into the engine bay and we're going to do the little stuff. Air filter base, brake servo, ABS, and then the battery. Man, it's just stuttering. It's just me moving the mouse across the screen. Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and get all this stuff done. Battery. Let's go repair stuff while we're sitting here waiting. As usual, I will just spam click through it. And was there a radiator in this one? There was, wasn't it? No, there wasn't. I'll have to put one in there. Let's go ahead and add the battery back. I think we have to buy a bunch of air filter stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to buy all the air filter stuff. Did the servo get replaced or repaired? It did. ABS pump got repaired. Good. So I'm gonna need radiator stuff and air filter stuff. We're gonna need an ABS module. We're gonna need an air filter. We needed all the air filter stuff. Let's see here. With their base, we're gonna need those pesky clips as well. This clip A is what we need. We need 4 of them. Oh, and then radiator stuff. I forgot. We'll get that in a second. So yeah, it's been a while since I've played this game. I've been really busy with school and just haven't really had enough time to put it into YouTube, so that's why I haven't been uploading consistently much anymore. And for the few people who do watch my videos, I do apologize. I do need to get radiator stuff, I forgot. Radiator A, and then just fan housing and the fan housing. Fan. And then I believe that was everything. Did we miss a clip over here on the air filter housing? I think we got it. So let's go ahead and save our game. Let's open up our inventory. As always, we are going to sell all of our parts. We will buy back what we need when we need it. And then we are going to go ahead and start by getting the engine out. So there's nothing that I have to remove up here for that. Let me get this up in the air. Let's go ahead and move our engine crane over just so that we're ready to go once we get everything out that needs to come out. So we're going to have to remove the drive shaft, which is very clearly beat up along with the rest of the vehicle. There's no starter. Let's go ahead and get rid of these exhaust pipes. And then just we need to remove the transmission. And of course you have clutch plate, pressure plate, and then a flywheel. So, we will go ahead and remove those now. I was contemplating leaving them in, but I'm like, nah, let's just take them out now. Flywheel. Alright, so the engine is ready to come out. Let's go ahead and drop it down real quick. Pull out. And then we will drop it in on the stand. I may actually have an engine for this car already pre-built. Let me look. I don't want to sell that for $7,000. No, I don't. Those are bad engines. I would be able to get more than $7,000 for them. But I do have a starter, so I just have to remember that I don't need to buy one when I'm putting the vehicle back together. So let's go ahead and put the engine crate away for now. We're going to go ahead and get the vehicle back up, and we're going to work on the front end first. Go ahead and just start gutting this. Zoom in a little bit. So if my memory serves me correctly, I'm going to need to get... Oh, come on, you dumb game. Let me click. I'm going to need to rebuild the shock absorbers up front. Those can't be repaired. I'm going to have to get bushings. So we'll have to get bushings. We'll have to get, obviously, the whole shock absorber strut assembly. While I'm doing this, I could easily be overworking on this side. Tie rods. Hopefully we can repair the steering rack. I'm not sure yet. Depends on its condition. This car has been sitting in my garage here in the game for several months now. Because I always wanted to do a repair video on this car, but I just never really had the time to do it. And well, here we are. I'm not bogged down with work at school, and I have nothing better to do. So, finally getting it done. I have to remove that bolt. Alright, the front end has been disassembled. Let me go ahead and save my game. And then we are just going to spam click repair all this stuff and see what we have to replace at the end. Right off the bat, already one thing. So it looks like the only thing that I messed up on was, I think, a brake caliper. Or was it a steering knuckle? Either that or that steering knuckle was just bad to begin with. So we need a steering knuckle D. Let's go ahead and just get what we need now. Steering knuckle D. Axle cover. Front axle knuckle cover. Axle knuckle. Nuck. Axle nut cover. Alright, front axle knuckle cover, we need that. Let me just get what I know that I'm going to need. I'm going to need a wheel bearing. 2 of them. And can I use my arrow keys for this? Yes, I can. We'll need hubcaps. We'll need tie rods. And the steering rack was repaired. That's awesome. So we'll need sway bars. We're going to need 2 front, I believe they're N-Link A's. It's been a while since I've built this car. And we need a front sway bar B. We need tie rods. Obviously 2 of each. Bushings. Crap. So I had a lower control arm. 4, 8. I need 8 of them. And then we obviously need the strut assemblies, which would be 2 front springs. And then let's just type in front S. Should come up. Front shock absorber A. I believe that's what they were. And then the caps. Let's go ahead and get all this installed. And once we get this one side done, I will go and get the springs attached to the shock absorber. And then we'll have to buy brake pads and rotors, stuff like that. Brake disc ventilated. Alright, let's get this tie rod put on, and then we will go on ahead and get the springs put on the struts. Shock absorber struts, whatever. Same thing. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Join parts. I really wish I could turn off that phone notification. Kind of annoying, having it beep every once in a while. Especially when I'm trying to focus on a project and not do a customer repair. Alright, springs are done. Let's go ahead and jump back up here and get these installed. You can put the sway bar link in. Alright, so I think we just have to do brake components. I don't remember if I needed cylinders for the calipers, but I know that I'm going to need 2 brake pads and 2 brake disc ventilated. So let's find out if we actually need caliper components. So we don't need any brake calipers, and we don't need any cylinders. That's good. Saves us a lot of time. And then we'll have to get the wheel repaired and new tires as well. Let's go ahead and just try to rush through this if I can. Brake disc ventilated, tie rod. Shock absorber. Lower suspension arm. It'd be really cool if you could have a way to change the format of part names. Like, it's clear that most of these parts are not American. As in, you know, obviously we have brake pads and brake calipers, but, you know, I refer to that as a lower control arm. So, it'd be cool if we could change that. And we call that the brake caliper piston. But anyway, alright, so we got these 2 bushings. So it looks like we just have to do the wheels, which we are going to come over here and separate them. Separate parts, get these off, see if we can salvage the rims. We're going to sell them because we're going to put a different type of rim on there. Go ahead and take, separate, and that rim is gone. It's 5%, it's not repairable. So at least we'll make a little bit of money back on the other rim. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our inventory and refer to the rim size. So it's going to be a 16-inch rim. Let's go ahead and go buy a couple of 16-inch rims. And the rims that I'm going to put on there is the Rim Classic 12. In my personal opinion, resembles the closest resemblance to Steely's. So, alright, 16-inch, 2 of them, and we'll obviously buy the other 2 when we get to that point. And tires, we're going to put the same exact tires that were on there. It's going to be 225 60 16. So tire shop, they had standard tires. I'm going to put standard tire B on. So we need 2 of them, 16. Was it 225? 55? I don't remember what it was. I'm just going to go 225, 55, 16. But did I get it right? 225, 60. Oh well. It's going to be a little bit of a different size tire. I don't think it's going to matter too much. And then let's go ahead and start this one to balance while we're sitting here. So yeah, once we get these 2 tires put on, we're gonna save our game and go to the rear. Get that rebuilt. Looks like I forgot the fenders on this. I didn't know they actually had fenders. This car has definitely changed a lot. They're repairable too. Sweet. Awesome. Alright, get this off, and get that on. And I'll probably just reuse these fenders. We'll just paint over them. Alright, so the wheels are balanced for the front. Let's go ahead and get them installed. And then pop over to the other side here. Oh. I put the wrong rim on there. Whoops. Let's go ahead and sell that other rim. Where is it? It's going to be up. What the heck? Oh, it's on the tire. I'm like, where is it? Alright. Separate parts. We're going to have to rebalance this tire, which is going to take forever. Look at all these wheel weights. Wheel master and master changer. Let's see here. Install. That's the stuff we want there. And then we can go ahead and sell that. $50. Not bad. And balance. So for those who've never used a balance in real life, essentially what this machine does is it senses the wheel's heaviest part of the wheel on each side, and it displays on the screen what size weight you need and where to place it on either side of the wheel to balance it. And there's a ton of problems you can have if your wheels aren't balanced. So, highly recommend that if you don't have your wheels balanced, or if you don't know when they were last balanced, I would highly recommend taking it in and getting them balanced. And that looks better. We don't have mismatched rims in the front. Alright, let's go ahead and save our game here. And let's get started on the rear suspension. First and foremost, let's clean out our inventory. Looks like we're able to repair the clutch plate, which is perfectly fine with me. Let's go ahead and just settle everything up to 71%. So we're just going to basically repeat the process of gutting everything, repairing what we can. Oh, gotta take the shoes off before I take the cylinder. I find it extremely weird that this mod car has front disc rear drums. I would have thought that a later model Crown Victoria would have all 4-wheel disc brakes. Spring, and now there's nothing supporting the axle on this side. Hip hip hooray. Let's go ahead and get all this exhaust stuff out of the way here. Is there a muffler back there? There is not. Get rid of the fuel tank, and then let's jump over to this side. Long, boring process. That should be removable. And then the axle, which is not repairable. That's 3 things, it sounds like. Alright, so I know for a fact that the leaf spring rear drive axle was not salvageable, so type in leaf. Need one of those. I'm probably going to end up needing leaf springs. Oh, we don't. We repaired them. Nice. What about the plate? So we need a leaf spring plate and a leaf spring U-bolt. So I'll go get those right now real quick. So we need a leaf spring plate and a leaf spring U-bolt. We're going to need 2 times 2, 4 smaller rubber bushings. We're going to need a rear axle knuckle housing B. So rear axle knuckle housing B. I'm going to be back and forthing to the shop like crazy. And we're going to need 2 solid rear drive axles, which is right there. Cool. Those bolted in. I know we're going to need 2 rear shock absorber Bs. So let's just type in rear. Rear shock absorber B. We're going to need 2 of those. I'm going to need a fuel tank and a fuel pump. Let's go ahead and get these bushings installed. I want to get one side mostly done before I move on to the next one. And we're going to need a drum wheel cylinder, and obviously we're going to need new brakes for this side. So let's go with brakes. We're going to need 2 brake drums and a drum wheel cylinder. And then 2 brake shoes. And we'll get that tire and wheel replaced in just a minute. And get this leaf spring on. So the rear axle can rest without being supported. We're going to pretend that we're supporting the rear axle right now. Realistically, you'd have to support the rear axle. So we're going to pretend that we are supporting the rear axle. Okay, we just have... Did I get the fuel pump up here? I did not get the fuel pump yet. Alright, I think other than exhaust components and these 2 wheels and tires, all we really have to do is the engine and then some, I guess the interior. Gotta do the front seats and the steering wheel, and then the body paneling. And then get it painted, and we will actually take this thing out to the speed track. I can go there now, so we'll take this thing out and see how it does. And I need to get over here to the good old master changer. I'm gonna go ahead and while we're sitting here, whoops, we're gonna go ahead and buy our rims now. Rim Classic 12, we need 2 of them. And then tires. I don't even remember what size we have on. We gotta figure that out. So I think I did 225/50 R16. Is there a way that I can check that? I mean, I don't think I can. Can I do it here? Let's see here. I don't think I can. Alright, well, let's do this real quick. I might be able to look at it from the inventory. Let's see here. 225/55. So it's basically the same size, except it's 5 less on the 55. So Alright, we don't want to put the wrong size tires on this. It would be an interesting experiment to see if it actually has an effect. And I need tires. If different wheel sizes would, or excuse me, tire sizes would actually do something. So we need 2, 25, 55, 16. 2 of them. Actually, I don't think you can install different wheel sizes on it. I don't think it'll let you. I don't want to separate anything. I want to get this on the balancer, on the balance master. Alright, so let's go ahead and save our game. And after we get these wheels on, we are going to go rebuild an engine. And after that, it's pretty much done. Alright, should be good. I feel like I say alright too much. Kind of really easy to say. Well, that appears to be the front and rear suspensions. Looks a lot better than it did before. So, let me go ahead and see if we can repair anything in the inventory. We cannot. So, we are going to go ahead and sell everything that is under 100%. Did I buy an extra brake shoe? I think I bought an extra brake shoe. I can't put the brake drums on without the shoes, so I think I bought an extra one. Oh well. Engine time. Let's see here, what do we have to remove? I think just the crankshaft, right? No. I bet you, let's go and flip it over so I can actually see what I'm doing. I bet you there's a, yeah, there's some pistons in there. Exactly what I thought. Now we can remove the crankshaft and the block. And let's see what we can salvage from this thing. Just the block, apparently. Oh, that is really mean, game. Oh, that's mean. Well, we can't... we have to buy everything new now. Oh well. That sucks. I need to hit the right keybind for once. Alright, let's go and buy the main components. First, engine block. We're going to buy a V8. And we're going to need a head. Let's see here. Engine head A, which, no, it should just be engine head V8. There we go. Times 2, we need a crankshaft for a V8. We're going to need pistons. Piston. And rings. So let's go ahead and get 8 of those. Of those, we're going to need cap, crankshaft, bearing caps. We need 3 of them. And then we're going to need 8 rod caps. And then an oil pan for a V8 engine. And that should take care of the bottom end of the engine. Hopefully. So let's get all these, forgot I have to hit enter twice whenever I'm working with pistons because I have the rings as well. And then you got these rod caps in. Our first bearing cap. Second bearing cap. They need to add gaskets in this game. Or just bearings in general. Because, you know, like pistons have pistons and rings, and there should actually be bearings with the all these components I'm putting in. But hey, maybe they'll release it in the next car mechanic simulator. You never know. All right, I think that is the bottom end. Go ahead and rotate this thing so it's facing the correct way. And I don't need to go to my parts list. I don't have anything on there anyway. Let's go and put the engine heads on. Get this side on there. Get that bright light out of my face. And then I need to go back to the store because I don't have all this stuff. So we're going to need... let's focus on the timing components first. We're going to need a crankshaft pulley for a V8. We're going to need camshafts. We're going to need cam gears. I believe 2 per side. Is it camshaft V8? I think it's camshaft V8. Don't want to make that mistake. And then we need timing belt V8s. It is camshaft V8s. Almost made that mistake of buying the incorrect camshafts. We've got just a little over $3 million in our bank account, so I don't think it would hurt us to buy the wrong part. Plus, I'm pretty sure this car will sell for a beautiful profit to someone who wants a freshly restored Crown Victoria. Alright, so we need to get the timing cover V8, which is right here. Let's get all our idler stuff. I believe we need 2 A's, 5 B's. We're going to need an alternator, a power steering pump for a V8, spark plugs, need 8 of them. We're going to need an oil filter for a V8. And then we're going to need some timing belts. Or no. We're going to need serpentine belts. A and then B. You can find B. There it is. Alright, probably going to have to come back because I guarantee you I forgot at least one thing. But we'll go with that. Yeah, we're going to need exhaust manifolds. Oh well, whatever. And water pump. So let's go ahead and make a quick run to the store. We need a water pump for a V8. It's going to be all the way down here. We need a water pump pulley. Let's just buy as much as I can think of that we're going to need. We're going to need an intake manifold for the V8. We'll need a throttle body. What else do we need? Exhaust manifolds. Can't even see with my mouse in the way. Those are V8s. 2 of them. We need a fuel filter. Let's see here. Is it head cover? It is. I was about to type in valve cover, but... And then... Oh, we need ignition coils. Oh, that's nice. Ignition. There we go. We need 8 coils, and then we need coil covers. So cover. Coils cover. V8. Alright. I most likely forgot one thing on there, but let's see how far these parts get us. All these stupid idler rollers on there. They all serve a purpose though in the long run, so they're not really stupid. Oh yeah, I forgot a belt tensioner. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. No, I don't want an air filter cover. Okay, let's go ahead and get the rest of this assembled. Fuel rails. Nice. Forgot those. Just get these head covers on and then I'll go get the fuel rails. Back in the day when I first bought this game and I discovered that they actually used to have they actually had a Ford Crown Victoria. I built so many of them that I knew how to build these engines. I would never have to forget parts. I just went to the shop and it took like 2 minutes and I could buy every single part for these engines. And not have a part missing. I could have them assembled in about 3 minutes. Did I buy the wrong type of fuel or did I just not buy fuel rails at all? So you can tell it's been a while since I've played this game and built stuff. And then an oil filter is going to go there. All right, and then it's just the flywheel, which should be a flex plate, but whatever. We're not going to get technical here. Just transmission stuff. So let's go ahead and get this thing dropped down. Does this thing have an intercooler in it? Oh, no, that's just the bottom of the radiator. Look like a little small intercooler up in the front. And stand, take engine off. Install it to the vehicle. And then we obviously have to get spark plugs and coils in, and then I think we're done with most of the work. It looks beautiful. Another thing I wish we could do is paint stuff. Like, you know, if I don't want to have these, I guess red or orange. Can't really tell if they're red or orange because I am red-green colorblind. But it would be cool if we could like repaint these. Like if I wanted to have like a blue-themed kind of car build or something, I could, you know, repaint my components so they would look really good. Not saying that these don't look that good, but you know, it's pretty repetitive. And I do believe that that is the engine. It is done. It is in the vehicle. Let's go ahead and save our game and clean out our inventory of... Did I buy an extra fuel filter or did I just forget? Okay. Next up is the drive shaft. And then the starter. Do I have customer parts? No, it's going to be in project parts. Crate engines. Crate engines. So we have a starter. Everything else, I believe we're going to have to go back and buy. And why did it just shove me all the way back there? All right. So we got to go to the shop here, gearbox shop. We got to get a clutch pressure plate, a clutch release bearing, a drive shaft, and a flywheel. And then we're also going to need to get a gearbox V8. One of these times I should get a custom gearbox and create my own gear ratios. And see how that goes. I've never done that before. It'd be really cool to try. If I could find a good high performance car in this game or something that I could turn into a high performance car, I would definitely create a custom gear ratio. Now that we have the test track, or the speed track, we can totally do it. So, that will come to the channel very soon. And then just exhaust components. Need 2 pipes, 2 converters, 2 front exhaust pipe V8s, 2 middle mufflers. Yes, these are V8s. Are they V6s? No, they're V8s. Okay. Looked like a V6 to me. I was a little hesitant. I think they've also done a little bit of a better job grouping stuff in the store. Because I remember back then, if you typed in exhaust or something along those lines, you wouldn't get... Or no, I just clicked on the store, that's why. I clicked on the actual exhaust store. Never mind. Forget that I said anything. Alright, save our game. And that looks amazing. Let's go ahead and drop it down. And before we forget, like we are so good at doing, let's go ahead and put oil in the engine. A little more, maybe? There we go. Good old $20 oil change. Can't beat it. Alright, so next up is going to be move car. How about assemble mode? So I'm gonna get these fenders installed. I might have to reassemble it. No, I don't have to. Now I do. So let's go and go to the obviously not the inventory. We need to go to the body shop and then type in Ford Crown. Okay. How about just Victoria? Oh, that's why I'm not finding it. It's a community car shop. Okay. I'm like, why am I not finding it? I spelled Ford and Crown correctly. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go with just standard tint windows. We're not going to go with anything fancy. So if we're going NYPD style, I think this would be the closest to that. We're going to get that style front end. Let's see here. What else do we need? Okay, we don't need anything else up here. So let's just move down. We're going to need a door. Do we want to have that... what the heck? Let's do it. I don't know what that's called. We already have a windshield. We need a hood. We need a standard headlight. Since we're going to be painting, I think we can paint this style mirror here. Tail light, bumper, windows, and the door, rear window. Oh crap! I bought the wrong. I bought a left side mirror. Didn't need to. Oh well, whatever. And then of course the let's go with the white Police Interceptor logo. That should be everything. And then obviously we need to do interior because there's nothing in there. But assemble mode. Actually, we can go ahead and move this over to garage entrance A. I was gonna go to the store. We'll do that in a second. But let's go ahead and get this all assembled. And we need license plates as well. So once we go buy interior stuff, we'll buy license plates. Wrong mirror. There we go, that's the mirror we want. Trunk, rear window, rear bumper. So, obviously we're going to put NYPD plates, or NYPD. We're going to put New York plates on this thing, obviously. No items to work with. So, I forgot a front right door window, apparently. Front right door window. There it is. Wow, 500 bucks. That's expensive. And is that everything? Except for the license plates and the interior stuff, of course. Let's back off here. Let's go ahead and go to the shop. Start off by hitting the license plate shop. Let's go ahead and search for New Jersey, New York. There we go. We'll go ahead and just stick with our standard plates. And then we need to go to the interior shop. And seat 1 leather D. Forget what, I think it was seat 5 leather D. That closely resembles the Crown Vic seats. I don't remember. I know there was steering wheel 14. So we'll get that one. Alright, interior disassemble, interior assemble. Normal mode. Let's go ahead and move this thing over to the paint shop. Hang in there, computer. I'm almost done. Close up the door. And let's go ahead and get this thing painted with a billboard template. Crown Vic template. NYPD. Let's see if they have any new templates in here. We got the taxi. I guess that's Pennsylvania State Police. No, they don't have any new ones. They have the billboard template. That's the only one new that I see. So we'll go ahead and paint that thing with the NYPD livery. Let's go ahead and move this over to the garage entrance. And instead of dynoing it, we're just going to take it right out to the speed track. Looks amazing. Looks beautiful. Stunning. I love the level of detail that this game delivers. And I love the level of detail that the mod author put into this vehicle. So let's go ahead and go over here to our main gate. And let's go to the speed track. And obviously we're going to take the Ford Crown Victoria. So I'll catch you guys in just a second. Alright, we are at the speed track. Let me see if this is the bind. What is the... There we go. Okay. $10,000 reward. Call 1-800-COP-SHOT. Alright, this thing sounds really mean. I like it. So here is the car. Wheels look just a little small for my liking, but whatever. It'll drive. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. There's most likely going to be some audio clipping. That's not my fault, it's the game. So if you guys hear the audio cut out briefly for like, I don't know, a few milliseconds, it's the game, not me. And we forgot to put our license plates on, but whatever, we'll get those back on in the shop before we go. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Not bad. This thing is not going to reach 200 miles an hour, so I'm not even going to try to get up that high, but not bad. This car is amazing. Looks good. Gotta get the license plates on. And I'm, tap the brake, get this thing to stop. Not bad. This thing looks great. It's got a nice low rumble. Sounds great. Alright, let's go and head back to the garage, because we're not really going to be able to do anything more here. Alright, we are back in the garage. Let's go ahead and get our license plates put on. NRM 6843. Alright guys, that is going to conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am very glad that I was finally able to get the Ford Crown Victoria in my shop and get it fixed up. It looks absolutely amazing. Props to the mod author and to the developers of this game for making such a realistic game in terms of graphics quality. This game does need a lot of stuff added to it if it were to be realistic for car mechanics. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and stop opening up my menu. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video, comment, and consider subscribing. I will catch you guys later.